Hello, this is Jonathan, and I am submitting the video for assignment number 6. Um, my summary for the article for the Detroit News, I believe, is the extremely popular automotive manufacturer known as Ford Motor Company has made enormous investments reaching $1.2 billion just in 3 Michigan factories. These investments seem to be aimed toward preparing for a game plan that looks to overtake the self-driving phenomenon. It also looks that the investments are for increasing the supply for both SUV and new truck models, as well as providing more jobs to the people in Detroit. The article, Ford looks to expand its company, or in the article, Ford looks to expand its company with at least $9 billion in U.S. facilities through 2019. The article breaks down how many jobs this investment will bring for different located factories throughout Michigan. The Michigan Economic Development Corporation explains that more than 4,500 jobs will be secured or added to support Ford in making these future growth. The article also includes that the Ford president, John Heinrichs, ensures that the investments have been in planning for quite some time and are for boosting its truck and SUV lineup as well as expanding the company's portfolio. The expansions for these investments will start next year for 2019 and 2020 models according to the article. Ford Motor Company was not the only one to announce plans. Honda also is investing $85 million to a manufacturing plant in Alabama. The article states the plant builds the Honda Odyssey, Pilot SUV, and Ridgeline pickup and the Acura MDX, and employs more than 4,500 people. So that was the summary for the article. The 3 steps of the strategy making process as it pertains to Ford Motor Company are to first assess the needs for strategic change, which is much needed for Ford to continue being a competitor. With the rise of the autonomous vehicle, it seems Ford may need to change its strategy to sustain profitable growth and demand. Even though Ford can fall victim to a competitive inertia by being one of the leaders in the automotive market, it still invests in the future growth of the company, and this looks to be a reason it is assessing the need for strategic change. A situational analysis for Ford is the second step of the strategy making process and can help determine the need for strategic change. The strengths for Ford has been their long-lasting lead and extreme demand consistently throughout the century for their products. A weakness for the Ford Motor Company could be the reluctance to start immediately on making the transition to electronic cars. An opportunity for them to be invested is to invest many of their well-deserved and acclaimed fortune to the expansion of their portfolio and into electronic or even autonomous vehicles. So a threat could be the growing competition for a more easier way to travel via autonomous driving. So using environmental scanning to search for important events or issues that might affect the organization could help Ford identify specific opportunities and threats that can either improve or harm the company's ability to sustain its competitive advantage. One issue may be the growing company known as Tesla for the electronic and autonomous vehicles. Ford must then choose a strategic alternative that will help the company create or maintain a competitive advantage. They seem to be leaning more towards the aggressive side, which involves them dipping into the realm of autonomous driving. This article states that Ford predicts its data storage requirements will expand more than 15 times the company's current capacity by 2021, due in part to growth in connected and autonomous vehicles. So Ford is aiming more towards the risk-seeking strategy other than the risk avoiding strategy because of this transition into an extension of electronic cars. So, different strategies are proposed by Ford in the article to remain competitive against other car manufacturers, such as Honda following up on Ford's plants and facilities by investing 85 million into their own plants in Alabama. So this firm level strategy indicates how Honda can compete against Ford, which is why they invested. Since there are changes in the organization's external environment, like the rise of electronic cars, Ford is implementing the analyzer adaptive strategy by finding this new market opportunity and following or imitating the proven successes of prospectors, such as Tesla. Ford is also proposing in the article the growth strategy by Joe Heinrichs, the president, saying, we're investing a lot of money to grow. Sorry, the portfolio will grow. In my opinion, the most effective strategy that can be adopted by Ford would have to be the industry level adaptive strategy of being an analyzer. This strategy is perfect for the company because even though Ford did not invent electronic cars, they can adapt to a different company style and choose what is best for them when building an electric or even an autonomous car. So a shadow strategy task force could help Ford identify the best way to proceed by actively following a company like Tesla to see how they operate when exploiting other companies' weaknesses. Then they use that information to focus on their own weaknesses and how to better control how they operate when it comes to competition. Tesla's mission is to accelerate the world's transition to sustainable energy. The purpose of this mission statement for the organization's overall planning process is to reduce the impact which transportation contributes to climate change. It is important to have a mission statement because it is the reason for the company to exist, and it guides everyone in the organization to prioritize better and work more efficiently. The strategic objective would be essential in meeting the overall mission statement by unifying company-wide efforts, stretches, and challenges the organization. It also possesses a finishing line for the achievement itself. The strategic plan for Tesla was to first enter the high-end market of sports cars, and after using the money earned to develop the low-costing family car. So this operational planning would be essential to meeting the mission by incorporating day-to-day plans for producing or delivering the products. This directs the behavior efforts and priorities of operative employees at Tesla, such as their showroom workers or even their manufacturing workers. So tactical plans would help a company as well by organizing how it will use resources, budgets, and people to accomplish their goals. The major resource Tesla will be using if they accomplish their mission statement will be the sun, with the plan of Solar City, which is a solar-powered roofing and basically a battery that will power the car while driving during like the night time and the daytime, is innovated and follows suit with their vision. So that is my summary of the article and answers to part 1 and part 2. So hopefully that was enough. Thank you.